I'm Autumn Howard. I'm a senior double majoring in English and Spanish, and I'm from Hendersonville, Tennessee. So I was in Madrid, Spain for the entire academic year. So I did a direct enrollment at Nebrija, and so I kind of had to create that program by myself. I contacted the school, researched everything, connected like WKU and that school, and so that was really rewarding to be able to have that all come to fruition. But I went there, and then honestly, for the rest of that time, I think they understood that we were all international students because I was in an international program. So it was very academic focused, but they wanted us to really engage with the culture. So a lot of our homework was like, okay, well, why don't you go interview some people? Why don't you get out in the world? And they would be like, we didn't have classes on Friday because they'd be like, go travel, go see things. Like, we want you to see our country. And so for that first semester, I visited more Spanish cities and Spanish, I suppose it would be like states for the US version, and I was able to do that. And then the second semester is where I really went all over Europe, and which was really cool because my sister was there, and so I was able to visit her and meet up with her in like Paris and Amsterdam and stuff like that. The MHC has been the crux of my whole study abroad experience. I wanted to study abroad, but I wouldn't have known what to do or how to start if it weren't for the MHC. And so I would talk to all of the MHC staff and be like, how do I, like, what's the next step? What do I do from here? You know, how do I go about this? Lindsay Houchins was incredible when it comes to scholarship. She handed me a sheet and was like, so this is everything you need. She sat with me lots of times to figure out how that was gonna work. So yeah, they were a huge part in getting me there. Additionally, with funding, super helpful with that. Also, I'm doing my thesis about Spain and about the literature of Spain and the Spanish Civil War. So being able to go there and use my thesis as an excuse, let's say, to go visit other places and take a picture of those so I could really connect my intellectual, curiosity and passions with my travels, which is what I wanted to do anyway. So the MHC was huge in that. My advice would be, first and foremost, just do it. That sounds really impulsive, but figure out what you want. This is the advice that I was given. Figure out what you want to do first, and then find ways of getting there. Like, don't limit yourself from the get-go to be like, oh no, I won't be able to do this, it's too much money, or like, I don't have time in my schedule. Then those are valid things, but figure out what you want to do and then see if you can mold that into that dream. Utilize the MHC resources, like really, really do. Because like I said in the beginning, I wouldn't have been here if it weren't for the MHC. So utilize those resources because these people are gonna be so vital in helping you reach any of your goals that you may have. And even sparking goals that you didn't even realize you had.